Getting pre-approved for a mortgage sounds simple. You call a lender, give them some basic info, they run your credit, and boom, you've got a letter saying you're good up to $450,000. And then 3 weeks into contract, after you've paid for the appraisal, paid for the inspections, and your wife has already picked out the kitchen backsplash, the deal falls apart because it turns out you actually never qualified in the first place. This happens more than you'd think. And as a mortgage broker who's done this for over a decade, it happens because of what I call a half-baked pre-approval. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what a real pre-approval looks like so that never, ever happens to you. I'm Matt, the mortgage guy. Like I said, over a decade in the mortgage business, and this topic, getting properly pre-approved, is something I feel really strongly about because I've seen what happens when it's done wrong, and it's painful to watch. Whether you work with us or somebody else, I want you to know what to look for. Feel free to go to mtmg.com if you ever want to connect with me and my team, mtmg.com. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to paint you a picture. You call up a lender, could be a big call center, could be anybody, and they ask you a few questions over the phone. You give them your name. Yeah, I make $70,000 a year. They pull your credit. 20 minutes later, they email you a pre-approval letter for $400,000. Feels great, right? Nice and easy, right? Stress-free. I got pre-approved over a couple minutes over the phone. But here's what they didn't do. They didn't ask for your W-2s. They didn't verify your employment. They didn't look at how your income is actually structured, whether it's all base or whether it's part commission, part bonus, part overtime. They just took your word for it, did some quick math in their head, and they sent you a letter. And that works fine until it doesn't, until you're 3 weeks into a contract and an underwriter actually looks at your file and realizes your income doesn't qualify the way the loan officer assumed it did. Maybe your base went down, maybe your commission isn't being counted the way they thought, maybe there's something on your tax returns that changes the picture entirely. Again, this is so common, but avoidable, right? Now you're out appraisal money, you're out the inspection money, the seller's frustrated, your realtor's frustrated, and you and your family are devastated because you thought you were good. That's what a half-baked pre-approval costs you, and it's completely avoidable. Quick caveat, call centers, they have their place. I'm gonna warn you against using big lender with a big marketing spend that gets you to call their number. They might even call you, and you're talking to somebody in a call center. They don't have bad intentions most of the time, but they just don't know what they don't know, right? And it's gonna cost you ultimately. So please, I implore you, whether it's us or somebody else, avoid this, right? A lender who is good and has done this for any length of time knows exactly what to ask for. They're going to ask for your pay stubs, your W-2s, not just this year, last year too, your tax returns in some scenarios, like if you're self-employed. They're going to ask if you have any complexity to your income. They're going to ask for bank statements. They're going to send out what's called a verification of employment to your employer directly. That verification of employment is a big one. Your employer fills it out and they break down how you get paid. It's not just a W-2 that says $72,000 a year. It's how much they get paid in base, how much is commission, how much is bonuses, how much is overtime. There's restricted stock units. There's all kinds of things to take into consideration when you're calculating your income like an underwriter is going to do, because your loan won't make it to the finish line. Just because a loan officer said, this is how I calculate it, doesn't mean that's how the lender is going to ultimately calculate it. So the way the mortgage underwriter calculates it is the same way you want a qualified mortgage professional to calculate it and give you true answers, not just $72,000 a year, case closed, right? It's a precise calculation and there's no getting around it. There's no black and white and like, well, this is what happened and this is why I didn't get any bonus income last year, but I got it in 2024. When push comes to shove, you can't wiggle out of that situation. It either is done right up front or you get the bad news later. On top of all of these other things they're going to ask you for, a good lender is going to run your file through an automated underwriting system. Desktop Underwriter is the main one, which essentially gives you a preliminary approval before you ever go into contract. That automated system looks at your credit report, looks at the income and things that the loan officer has inputted, and it gives you an approve eligible, meaning this file with all these things being met and these documents being provided is going to be approved by a lender. So when you make an offer on a home, you're not hoping you qualify, you know you qualify. That's the difference between a real pre-approval and a letter somebody typed up after a 5-minute phone call. This has always been important. But right now, with the market the way it is, with rates where they are, with home prices still elevated in a lot of areas, you can't afford to waste time. And you certainly don't want to waste money. When you find the right home and you're ready to make an offer, you need to move. You need to move with confidence, not with a pre-approval letter that's held together with duct tape and optimism. When you are making offers, if you're in an environment where there's multiple offers, you want a rock solid pre-approval. You want a loan officer who's going to reach out to the listing agent and either one, already have a reputation that, yeah, this team, when we get a pre-approval from them, they close, but be able to call them and say, we've scrubbed this file. We've got a full file. We've verified income, assets, and credit. We've gotten approved eligible with the automated underwriting system. This loan will close, right? That, when you have two offers competing could be the difference between you getting your offer accepted and not. Sellers and their agents can tell the difference between different pre-approvals, and it plays into who gets their offer accepted. A pre-approval from a lender who's actually done the work carries more weight and helps your offer more than you really realize. I want to be straight with you about something, and I'm going to go back to the big lenders out there, the ones you see Super Bowl ads for and whatnot. Some of them are running these massive call centers, and the person taking your loan application literally worked at Chick-fil-A last month. Genuinely brand new, doing something completely different just a month ago, and now they're processing mortgage applications. And I'm not trying to be mean about it or harsh. That's just the reality of how some of these operations work. High volume, high turnover, and the person on the other end of the phone doesn't always have the experience to catch things that could blow up your deal 3 weeks later. And again, I'll reiterate, it's not bad intentions, and it's not that this person is trying to hurt you. They just don't know what they don't know. And I'm not saying every big lender is bad. I'm just saying you need to ask questions. Like, you need to have somebody who's going in depth. And if they're not asking you questions, if they're not taking an application and doing follow-up and asking for more documentations, it's generally a red flag, right? So here's the practical takeaway. When you're getting pre-approved, provide everything they ask for. And I get pushed back a lot. People are like, why do I have to provide this? Why are you asking this? Or why that? I'm trying to protect you, right? And it feels like a lot of paperwork. And for some people, it's like annoying to dig up their W-2s and track down bank statements. But that documentation is protecting you. It's making sure that you get the pre-approval letter, and that pre-approval letter means something. You can ask your lender directly. Are you running this through a desktop underwriter? Are you doing a verification of employment? Are you looking at my tax returns for my self-employed business that I run? They should be saying yes to all that. And they should be reassuring you, you're in good hands. We've done this a lot, right? If they don't want that stuff, like, no big deal. It's fine. I got you. Like, the letter will be in your email inbox in 2 minutes, right? Like, if that's happening, you should find somebody else, right? The goal is simple. You want to go into your home search knowing exactly what you qualify for, exactly what your payment's going to look like, and zero surprises waiting for you on the other side of the accepted offer. Me and my team like to, with the pre-approval, show you exactly what the mortgage is going to look like. Some lenders avoid this too, and you know, they've got all kinds of tricks up their sleeve with surprises for you later, even about the loan structure and the loan terms, right? Your peace of mind is worth every piece of paper that we ask for. It's worth, you know, working with a trusted professional who has something to risk, right? And I've used this example with clients before. If the kid in the call center has a deal fall apart and you never call them back and never do business with them again and never refer them anybody, it's no big deal. For a referral-based loan officer who's got a reputation to protect and has hundreds of Google reviews and really relies on a great experience for the client who's going to refer friends and family, that's the type of loan officer you want to work with, whether it's us or whether it's somebody else that you like and trust, right? So the bottom line is a pre-approval is only good as the work that went into it. Don't let somebody hand you a letter based on a short conversation and make it a day. Make sure the work is actually being done. So if you want to get properly pre-approved the right way, that's exactly what my team does every single day. Go to mtmg.com. We'll walk through your full scenario, get the documentation we need, and make sure you know exactly where you stand before you ever start shopping. Hit the like button if this was helpful. Share this with a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching to the end. I appreciate you. Till next time, take care.